All right, so guys, you can see now this table which is on the screen, and basically it shows component grade thresholds for mathematics syllabus D of May-June 2026 examination, and it shows grade thresholds for a minimum marks required to get a particular grade. So when we look at this table, you can see that for threshold for component, basically students are taking this combination. Some of the students take this combination 1 2 and 2 2, and some students get this combination of 1 3 and 2 3. So if we take the example of 1 2 and 2 2 first, so for paper 1 or component 1 2, which we call, in order to get A grade you need to have 71 marks. Getting B grade requires 50 marks, C 30, D 24, and E 18. So it means that any marks less than 71, like if you get 70 marks, so you will be put in B grade. So this is basically the main thing, that 1 marks is very important. 71, 70, if you get 70, you will be put in B. If you get 49 here, you will get B in C. If you get 29 here, so you will be put in D, and in this way. And the same is the situation with component 2 2. Anything less than 76 will put you in B grade, anything less than 54 will put you in C grade, 32 in D grade, and in less than 25 will put you in C grade. So what is the bottom line here? The bottom line is that you miss a particular grade with the margin of 1 to 2 marks, right? This is the first thing. And the second thing is that if you look at this, so 71 is a threshold for paper 1 2, and 76 is a threshold for paper 22, component 22. So it means that the paper 22 was quite or moderately easier. That is why the threshold is high. So when the threshold is high, it means that the paper were moderately easy, and if the threshold is lower, then it means that the paper was quite, or moderately, it depends on the marks margin. If the margin is big, so it means that it is, the paper was very difficult, or moderately difficult when the margin is 1 or 2 marks. Here, this is basically the combination of both component 1 and component 1 2 and component 2 2. So the total marks are 200. You have to get 173 to get A star. You have to get 147 to get A, and 144 for B, and like this. And similarly, the important thing here is that A star is basically available only for the aggregate marks, means the combination of both components. Only then they find out the A star. In component wise, if you look here, they don't mention this, A star, the threshold for the A star. The reason is that they do it on basically on the combination of all the components. So this is basically the first thing. Second thing is that this is basically the this is the thresholds, the grade thresholds for the year 2025. So the same thresholds have been given here: 72 for A, 52, 32 for C, like this, and then this is the combination which we are discussing. So for 22, 78, 57, 36, 29, 22. So you can see over here. Another important thing is, which you should note, is that component 1, 2, or paper 2, what we call paper 1, sorry. Paper 1 and paper 2, if we compare it, so paper 2 is always easy as compared to paper 1. Because the threshold over there in 2026 and here as well is quite high. 78 is high. It means that the paper was easier, and 72 means the paper was moderately a little tough. So this is another analysis which we can see as well, that you should always focus on more on paper component 1 2, because it is tough. It looks from this result that it looks tough. For students, paper 2 2, they are getting marks in this, not only in 2026 but also they did in 2025. And when I checked 2024 and 23, so the same trend was there as well. So you have to keep this in mind as well. Now, the most important thing is here. I mean, this is component 1 2. I have made this table to compare 2026 and 2026 thresholds. So for A grade in 2026 the threshold was 71, but in 2025 it was 72. For B 50 this year, 52 previous year. For C like this. And so you can see. Now what is the difference? How many marks difference is here? So once again it's 1 to 2 marks. I mean it's 71, 72, 1 mark, 50, 52, 2 marks, 30, 32. So these 1 and 2 marks are very important. You have to keep it in mind. These are very important, and this is something which make a difference to your grade. So you should focus on it in future when you are preparing. So you should take note of it that always it's basically the competition is for 1 to 2 marks for grade, high grade and low grade. This is for component basically 2 2. You can see 76 in 2026, 78 in 2025, then 54, 57. The difference is you can see, except here, I think here it is 4 marks. Yes, and here it's once again 4 marks. Here it's 3 marks. Here 2 marks difference, and here it's 3 marks. So on an average we can say that the difference is 1 to 4 marks, and in most cases 1 to 2 or 3 marks. So this is another important thing which you should keep in mind. The combination of if we compare the both for 1 2 and 2 2 components in 2026, 173 was required to get A star. In 2025 it was 175. For A 147 in 2025 it was 150. This year for B it is 104. In 2025 it was 109, and things like that. So this is basically you can see once again the mark difference, right? And this is component 1 3. So the same pattern is basically going on. This is 74, and so 2 mark difference, 54 same, and 2 marks and same, and 1 mark. This is component 2 3, so we don't need to go into that because the same trends are over here, 76, 78. So it's 2 marks, 1 mark, no mark difference, no threshold difference here as well, only 1 mark. Then this is for one component 1 3 and 2 3, so 2 marks. Here it's big difference, 4 marks for A, 1 mark, 2 mark difference, no difference at all, 2 marks. So from this we can draw certain conclusions, right? Number 1 conclusion is that it is always 1 to 3 marks on an average which affect your grade. Second is that component 1 2 or 2 2 is moderately tough as compared to no, it's not like this. Component 1 2 is moderately tough, and component 2 2 is moderately easy. So in future you should put more focus on this one. The third thing is that as 2025 exams were easier, and that is why threshold was high. So 2026 the paper were moderately tough. So this is another conclusion which we can draw from these tables.